I'm so excited to have you on, Darcie. We've got connected, over the last year? I mean, obviously, I've
Yeah. Yep.
known the name, but
Thank you.
really had the opportunity to just connect with you a little bit more, get to know you a little bit more through Clubhouse and our Central Ohio real estate group, and I'm excited to have you on because I know uh, surface level, right, a little bit about
Right.
you, but now we're kind of gonna get into just
The
talking
nitty
about your
gritty.
yeah, the nitty gritty, the getting into the weeds of you becoming a real estate agent in your journey. So I always like Darcie. I always like to start growing up. What was life like? Kind of lead me on the path. Up until high school. That part of your life.
So born and raised here. Parents, mom was a school teacher in Hilliard schools. My dad was a traveling salesperson. I was an average kid from an average neighborhood, and only child. So I went to Hilliard for a while and was not a bad kid. Played soccer growing up, got in trouble for drinking. So my parents said, well, we're not Catholic, but you're going to a Catholic school. And yeah, so in high school, into my freshman year, I was shipped off to Bishop Watterson, had a blast, made great connections, great lifelong friends. And then they said, okay, well, we kind of made a mistake because they drink on Sundays. So you really don't send a kid that gets in trouble for drinking to a Catholic school. But hence the pattern. So I went back and I graduated from Hilliard, and I was an art major. I took all the classes that could be given. Was probably one of the first to get a full ride to Ohio Northern on a ceramic
Oh wow,
scholarship. So I threw
wow.
pottery, and it was a part-time job for me. Sold a lot of installations through high school and got a full ride right out of the get-go, and was playing powder puff football drunk, and had an emergency surgery done to my left shoulder and lost my scholarship.
Oh
So
wow.
coming out of high school, I was completely lost because my path was set for years. And so
So
I
all
ended
this all this happened in your high school years?
that was all high school. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little crazy how that went, but so then coming out, going into college, I mean, I started at Ohio State and I made it. I don't even think I got a semester in. Just yeah, because I had lost that drive, and
Yeah.
I am one of those people. Unless it's passion related, the drive there's no drive. Then it's just a
So
job.
curious, what made you? Was it because of the scholarship going away? It's almost
Yeah,
like that was like your ticket, to doing
absolutely.
that. Okay.
That's the only thing I kind of set the plan for,
Yeah.
and didn't put that plan A, plan B together. I was a dumb kid. I mean,
Well,
I showed up to school. I had decent grades. I didn't have great grades. I
yeah.
was that B minus C student.
No, we get along just well then.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I would always just ride the line. Safe, but never did anything. When that happened, the whole plan had thrown off. So there wasn't the drive there anymore. So then I was just kind of that lost kid, and I was told you got to go to college. So I did. Grades were terrible. I wasn't not a bright kid. Just there was no passion towards making that a priority. So I could not. So grades are terrible. Parents are like, we're not paying for this anymore. You're
Yeah.
going to need to go out and get a job. So I did two things. I started selling cars, but that was very hard to do at the time. And so I was doing that a little bit of part time, and then I became a bartender. I was on campus as a bartender, and then I was at a place called the Golden Eight Ball. which was on High Street, and it's no longer there anymore. The building's still there, but it some of the best pool players in the Central Ohio area played out of there.
Oh, wow.
And got to learn by some of the best. And then I'm like, you know what? This car sales thing hasn't taken off yet. No one will take me serious. I am a woman. That wasn't so much the gig. I'm going to go be a professional pool player. And I made it on the road for 36 days.
Wow.
I didn't die, but that was no place for, I'll tell you, I lost a lot of money for a lot of years to become a very good pool player. And I ended up going professional for a while.
Did that replace the passion that you had for pottery? Is that?
Absolutely. Because of, and where I had fun with playing pool was because I was considered the underdog. I mean, a lot of these guys would say, hey, Darcie, you want to team up with us, but you're going to have to play the drunk girl. I'm like, well, I don't have to play that. I'm great at that. So that's what I ended up doing. And there was a place called, geez, I don't even know if it's there anymore. It was out in Reynoldsburg, Pickerington area, but it was called Corn. It was the only 24-hour pool hall in Central Ohio. Corn-fed Reds, I think that's what it was. I don't think it's there anymore. My eyes have gotten so bad. I'm terrible at pool again. But there for a while, I got great practice in, and I actually started making money. There for a while, I was paying my rent. I was living in the short north and paid my rent and then finally my dad said, okay, like you've gone off the rails long enough. You've tested the wills. Now you got to be responsible and get a decent job. So